Right, okay. This is the second one, and I should be streaming to Facebook Live again, but this time I'm on Huzza, HUZZA.io, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check my own Facebook page to see what is happening. Now, yes, I am live, so that's good. Okay, now, one of the things that we have to do on a live broadcast is to use earphones to prevent feedback. Now, the better the quality of the earphones, the better you could use the ones from your phone, but better quality you get, then the better the sound, better the experience. Now, this is the second broadcast. I'm going direct from my camera to Huzza.io, and I'm using my C920 microphone. Now, Huzza really, I mean, it was founded in 2015 by Justin Wormersley and Nick Schmidt, and the original goal was to help musicians share their gigs with the audience. Now, in 2016, when Blab closed, the show moved over and pivoted and became a platform for live broadcasters, and that's what it is today. In addition to the music, it is for live broadcasters to stream live, and we can stream live to Facebook. Now, I am using the free version. Now, the free version allows up to 25 people to be on screen with me. I can see that 2 people are here at the moment. Good. But an unlimited number of people to watch on Facebook, and that's before Be Live came along. That's the way I used to go live on Facebook. Now, Huzza itself is a brilliant platform, as you can hopefully see. The video quality is good. There is a recording here after the show, as well as the one on Facebook. So the recording here tends to be HD. The one on Facebook, as Lynn will attest and others will agree, is variable. Sometimes it's HD, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and the quality, obviously, if you're going to repurpose on YouTube, is important. So you get a better quality video on here. The recording is far improved in terms of video and sound to the one that comes off other platforms at the moment. And I'm just going to go my crib notes. It's easy to set up. You log in with your Facebook account, and just the quick highlights here. You can log in with Twitter or Patreon. To people in the UK, Patreon is probably something new. So quick word on Patreon. Patreon is a method of being paid by the people who are watching you. So rather than doing this for free, which is what I'm doing at the moment, you can charge people, and they can come to your events. Your events can be private, and it is akin in a way to a paid webinar. Because you can share among an invited audience. Only people with the link who've paid can come and watch you. So on Huzza, you can generate an income. If you've actually generated a following, an audience of people, then you can bring them across here and you can talk to them live on there. And you don't have to go to Facebook. Going out to Facebook is an option, but Facebook is where the major audience is. But with a private session, you wouldn't, of course, go out to Facebook. They have a Facebook page, and you search for Huzza, you'll find it. You can have up to 6 people here on screen at the same time. There is also a live chat, and if anybody was here on the page with me, then they could type in the chat and I could see it. I can't see any comments that you're actually making on Facebook at the moment. I have to hop over to the Facebook page every so often, so if I go quiet, that's where I've gone. I hopped over to Huzza to check it out. Live chat, yes, you can monetize it, just said, by Patreon, and the free version is limited to 25 viewers with 1 host. It is recorded. There is a green room. Before I came on air, I was able to make sure that everything was working okay. My camera was fine, my sound was fine, and you could do that if you're interviewing guests. If you paid to be on Huzza, then you can interview a guest. You can have more people watching live. And you can both check out how you look on camera, and you can do a quick pre-show, green room show, to check things out. The other thing about Huzza is that it does allow screen share. Now I'm going to be daring down the road and I'm going to try that. The screen share does appear in the finished video. If you are moderating and you have a live audience and somebody misbehaves or you get trolled, which can happen, but does really happen when you're doing live video, then you can use the controls, moderator controls in Huzza to stop people. Now, on a live session in Huzza, you've got an inclusive experience. It's basically, it's got a chat, it's got a Q&A, and if you're marketing, then you can actually have a shop. And that can be a link to the courses you've got on Udemy and Skillshare, or books on Amazon, or whatever you want it to be, or your private club. You can market that during the show. So it is, you can monetize the show at the beginning, and then you can market during the show. Now, you don't have to do it yourself. You'll find that people are curious when they come into a Huzza show, and they click the tab called Shop, and they will see the items you have for sale. So the thing is to make them as alluring as possible so that people do actually click and go on to buy something. So Huzza allows you to market as well, but not in the free version. In the paid version, which is from, well, to be worthwhile, around about $49 a month. Now, who broadcasts on Huzza? There are two well-known broadcasters here. Every Friday UK time at 4 p.m. The Social Media Examiner broadcasts from here with Michael Snelsner and the crew, and they do a brilliant show, an hour long, always an hour long, never shorter, never longer. And they do 4 segments where they invite people with expertise in certain areas of social media to discuss the changes that happen during the week. So if you want to know what's going on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, in fact, anything that's tech related, which is of interest to marketers, then 4 o'clock on Friday in the UK, or 11 a.m. Eastern, that is the show to watch. If you're only going to watch 1 hour of video a week, well, 1.5 hours of video a week, go to that show, because that is hosted here. The other chap who is Mitch Jackson is a lawyer in the USA, and he runs a weekly show with Jenny, and they discuss and have guests, and that's always a brilliant show to watch live here on Huzza or on Facebook, where they put it out to. So there are people broadcasting from here. Those are two of the most who I've come across in the last 18 months of broadcasting, but there are others here. The beauty of it is that if you could follow somebody on here, and when you do, and they're going to go live, you'll get a notification, and that notification will give you a link to the show. So Huzza started off as a site for musicians to do gigs, live gigs, and they've had live gigs on here with thousands in the audience, and it's now pivoted slightly, and it's now social media. I'm now going to take a look at the Facebook page, so my apologies for moving away, but Huzza is one to have a look at. You can try it out for free. There is a free trial, and thank you to everybody who's watching on Facebook. Huzza is perhaps a less known one, because anybody who's a member of Born to Stream Live or Live Talk Nation or Blabberholics or Joel Collins Group will know of it. Huzza is a well-kept secret. If you're looking to go live on Facebook, then quite simply, Huzza.io, log in with Twitter or Patreon, and not only can you broadcast live to the world, you can broadcast live to Facebook as well, as I'm doing at the moment. This is a free account, and I can be watched by potentially, now this is the interesting thing, I came across a stat last week, which interested me greatly, that 20% of the people who are on Facebook are actually watching live video. Now, a quick bit of maths will tell you that that's 340 million people watching live video. So your audience is on Facebook. The other thing that Google read, and I found this watching a Skillshare course this morning, is that Google have said that they expect that by 2017-18, 80% of the Google searches will return video. So if you think about it, we're changing from Twitter, which is typing, blogs, which is typing and words and embedded video. And now we're going over to video. This is the place to be. If you want to get your message out, you should be on video. If you want to do it quickly, then I suggest that you actually try out BeLive.tv and Huzza.io. Now, I'm not afraid to mention another platform I'm using, because it promotes both and allows you to compare both. But those are two. If you're one person up on screen, then you can do that for free. You can use BeLive and Huzza to get and reach to your Facebook audience. Now, the other thing you should do before you have a show is to plan it. You can wing it, but that's not the best way. I've got a mission here. I've actually got a chapter of the book, which is coming out later this week, in front of me. And what I read earlier, as it looked like I was reading the script, that was taken from the book. So all the information you need about Huzza.io is in the book, which is coming out very shortly. If you want to know about how to go live, then go to Skillshare and just type BeLive, and you'll find that Facebook Live, you'll find courses. But I do like Huzza. It has a certain feel about it. You know when you're happy with a platform because it's got the facilities that you need. And Huzza's got chat, it's got question and answers, it's got selfies. I mean, could press the selfie. No, I can't. I'm host. I can't press the selfie button. But if anybody else here is watching and wants to press the selfie button, I'm not switched it off, then by all means do so. So that is the Cook's tour of Huzza. And whilst I'm here, I can share this event out, and I'm going to share it on Twitter. So I've been able to send a tweet out. So anybody seeing that tweet, if you click, well, you have to be watching, but if you click the link, you can come and watch me live. And just an observation here. I noticed on Twitter at the moment, and I've heard it said that the number of people clicking links on Twitter is falling. If you've got any thoughts on that, if you want to post it in the thread, I'd be most interested. I'm going back to check anything that's been typed in the thread. And it's looking, CJ, welcome CJ, thank you. It is, Twitter is not, hello Kevin. I wish I could invite you on screen. I've got Kevin here live with me inside Huzza. Well, I think, yeah, the thing about, Kevin just made a comment which I'm going to read out to you. He said, I like this more than blue jeans. I think the thing about, I agree, is friendlier. You think, any further comments you've got, Kevin, I'll read them out and land them because they're going to finish video. But Huzza is friendlier than blue jeans. Blue jeans is corporate, and we'll see that next at 3 o'clock. Right, okay, now this is a key difference that Kevin's brought up. The functionality is better and it's more user friendly. Now the reasons for saying that is that this was built by people who are into social networking. So you can, from here, tweet it out, you can post to Facebook, you can have chats within the show, you can have question and answers within the show without ever going out to Facebook. And it has a really good feel. I mean, it's a couple of months back that Kevin and I did a test on here, and we enjoyed ourselves. And then they brought in the pricing, and the platforms we use at the moment are about 95% stable, because they're all based on WebRTC using TalkBox. And there's a feeling of being reluctant to pay for something that's not 100%. So interesting times. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we might all come back to Huzza. But at the moment, unless we pay, it's only one up on screen. So I can read your text, Kevin, but I can't just bring you on screen, which is what I'd love to do. I can't bring you on screen, but what I can do, just to show the capabilities of the system, I'm opening up a second browser, and we'll see how this goes. And I'll open up this page. And I'm now going to screen share. In now, hopefully. Oh, it's cascaded. Oh, that was good. Sorry about that. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm going to stop sharing. If you practice a little bit, that was fun. Hello, Tony. Yeah, Kevin's saying that if you compare the available functions in here again against others, then this is the leader. And I've got to agree, this has things that others don't have. And welcome, Tony. This is interesting. I'm going to, underneath your what you've been commenting, as you can see, I'm sharing the screen, and I can share basically any page on the web, but I've chosen to share Stephen on video. Now, if you were doing a live show from here, as you can see, when you do a screen share, it's full screen, and it's beautiful. It's just perfect. I'm not going to say more than that. It just works, and you can share your screen, you can share a browser, you can share any application. So if you want to use Huzza for doing application demonstrations, then this is ideal. Yeah, we'll check on the pricing later, Kevin. That's probably a thing to look at as we go on the tour. The recording is brilliant. The recording is HD quality. I'll download it and put it on YouTube. I'll show you afterwards. But this is interesting. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Okay, and that's Stephen on video. If you want to check out my Facebook page, just type Stephen on video. And if you want to comment on there or like the page, then please do. Doing calls to action is not my scene, and I'm getting used to it slowly. But this is going to be interesting, Kevin, because I've suddenly got underneath your name, would you like to come on air? Because I've got underneath the ability to invite you to the broadcast, which I wasn't expecting. If you do want to come on air, just say yes. And then we can show people that. All right, okay, Stephen, and I know Tony. Tony, would you like to come on air? No, okay, no worries at all. I'll go solo, but I've been shocked here because I can see a button there which says invite to broadcast. I'm going to check that out because that is more than interesting. If we can actually invite people on here, that would be wonderful. Well, there you go. So I'm just going to check Facebook again because I can't actually see what's happening on Facebook at the moment. And welcome, Sage. It's nice to see you. And if you want to join us on here, you can. And Kevin's making a point. I think with all of these, you have to decide on the primary use for it, and then choose your platform. I would agree with that. And that's basically hopefully going to come out in my Cook's tour this afternoon as we go through 5 platforms. And yeah, I love doing interviews on both Blue Jeans and Smile Time. But if you're doing a training session, as Kevin's just suggested, this would be ideal because you could actually charge for training on here. And you don't have charge the earth. Yep, paid training. You could charge $1 and get 50 people in a room for half an hour. And if you got $50 half an hour, then obviously that's better than doing it for free. So that's yep. You can schedule on here. You can schedule it as far in advance as you want. And when you do a schedule, people can sign up. Once you've signed up to a show, then you get notified of any future shows. So if you, on your first show, have 10 people, then in the second show, those 10 people get advised by email beforehand. So you don't need to do anything else for them. But if you have 20 people in the second show for a total of 30, then on the third show, 30 people get notified. On the fourth show, 50 people. You see where I'm going with this? That as you build your audience, people get notified that you've gone live to broadcast. So you can pre-schedule. People who are following you and have watched any of your broadcasts will get notified straight away that you're going live. So you don't have to set up a Facebook event for it. You can just do it. You know, you could do a blog to advertise it, which we cover in the book, which I'm not mentioning again. And it doesn't auto, well, you press the button to go to FFB. You go live on Huzza first, and then once you got live on Huzza, You then press the Facebook Live button. It then comes up with the screen which you fill in the description, title, keywords, and then it does a 30-second screen test, and then you press go live, and you're live then here and on Facebook. Now there is a 20-second delay between that, so that when I go to Facebook now, I'm actually watching what happened 20 seconds ago. But other than that, it's seamless and it's very easy to do. So yeah, if you go to Facebook Live, then I recommend this. I'm going to do some tests later this week, because the fact that I can invite you to broadcast, it's good. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. So I can actually also, while I'm here, and it's good that you're here, Kevin, I can actually pin a link. So if I was to return the favour, I'm sorry, because you've been so helpful here, my friend, I can actually pin a link to here, and if you are interested in blogging, and just excuse me typing, and just let me get rid of the spelling mistakes, then you can click here. Tony can do it. You can click the link, or if you're on Facebook, just type in 30-day blogging, and that will take you to the 30-day blogging challenge, which thousands of people have been doing over the years. It's a very, I mean, it's probably, of all the Facebook groups I know, it's the most super active and hyperactive, and it basically means that if you're interested in blogging and you've not yet started, or you've stopped doing it and you want to get started again, and you want the motivation to do it, then if you click that link, you'll find that you are in the group, and Kevin and Sarah will take you through step by step through the 30-day blogging challenge, and you'll find yourself amongst friends, because there are literally thousands of people in there doing blogging and getting better at it. That's the whole key. You go in there and you get gradually from not blogging at all to being a competent blogger. So 30-day blogging challenge. Kevin, thanks for all your help today. So I can actually pin a message here. I can share screen, so it's in the screen share. Just bring that back again. It's for Stephen on video. You can actually go. Right, okay, and just you can watch the replays there, and you can sign up for any future events on the Stephen on video page, and I'd be grateful if you did. Just a note from Kevin about the group, and I've got the numbers slightly out of kilter. They are 3 short of having 4,000 members in the actual group, and there are thousands more on the email course who don't actually go on Facebook to the group. So you have the email challenge, which is 30 emails over the course of 30 days, and you can then join the group as well if you wish. And the beauty of it is that you've got Kevin and Sarah and everybody who takes part in the challenge helping you. And the thing is, once you assist this day challenge, if you slip a little bit, Kevin and Sarah will not be there to help you. Right, okay, and in the last 2 years, 40,000 people have taken the course, which is quite an achievement. So congratulations to Kevin and Sarah. And what result? This is to show that what you can do live on Huzza, because Tony has just joined the 30-day blogging challenge, and Tony is with us here on Huzza. And we've all, Tony and Kevin and I have known each other for about 10, 12 years, since our days back on the UK networking site. So I think the point about this is that whilst we're not going out to Facebook Live, within Huzza itself, you can get a conversation going, because I'm grateful to Kevin and Tony for pushing this along, so that we actually get a good flavour of what Huzza can do. Now, as I say, there is a free version and there's a paid version. The free version, as far as I know, up until today, is one person on screen talking to 25 people who are in the audience, and then go out to Facebook Live. If you go to Facebook Live, then you're reaching a potential audience of 340 million. Being realistic, your audience can be in the hundreds. And if you're good at it and you practice and you are helpful to people, then your audience on Facebook will grow. And it's as simple as that. Just be consistent. So just to go back to my crib notes again, just to tell you about Huzza, you can log in with Twitter or Patreon. They have a Twitter account, which is Huzza_live. They've got a Facebook page you can check out. Now, I know it's only me on the screen here, but you can have up to 6 people on screen at any one time. There's a live chat, which Kevin and Tony have taken care of today. Thank you. Right, okay, I'll come back to that question in a minute, Kevin. Just let me finish my crib notes. There's a live chat. You can monetize. You can make money on this platform because you can charge people for watching the show. And if you do that, they will pay you via Patreon, where you set up an account, you add your Stripe account, and then you'll be getting paid for broadcasting. Now, as Kevin said, during the course of this chat that we'll be having this afternoon, what you can do is you can use it for demonstrations. It lends itself to that beautifully because you can screen share. You can screen share the application, and you can talk about it as you're doing it. People in the room can see it. And if you're a paying customer of Huzza, then people can join you live on camera to talk about it. It does recording, as I said to Kevin earlier. It's an HD recording. It has a green room, so you can check out just everything before you go live on air, and screen share and moderator controls. So it is, as Kevin at the start of this said, it is the full package. And it is, I've got a feeling of fun back today. Right, okay. And Kevin is saying this is the free version, 1 person on screen, 25. So my 30-day trial ran out about 2 weeks after the last time we were on here, which was earlier this year, May, June time. But I can continue to use it, but just me on screen. But I'm confused today because I can actually invite you to broadcast. So yeah, I'd certainly, yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. It's worth considering. I think price-wise, this is going to be a better plan than Blue Jeans, but shouldn't be saying that because we don't know what Blue Jeans pricing is yet, and we're waiting until the 1st of November. But as right, it is $40. Depends how many you want. Up to, I think there are 3 tiers. There's a tier in between free and $40. If you could work with that one, then you check out the pricing. I'll put the pricing on my Facebook post later, just so everybody knows. But it's around $40. You know, which unfortunately costs us more than it used to, given the exchange rate. But I'm not going down that route. Which, if you are serious about making money on video and you are going to build an audience and you can bring them here and you can give value which people are willing to pay for, then do take a look at Huzza. We've been using the single user version today, but you can have up to 6 people on screen and it just works. With one provider, it just works. And all right, okay, and Kevin's just compared this to a webinar system or other marketing tool. It is a business expense which you can well truly justify if video is the way that you're going, or if you have products to promote. Well, after my earlier experience, which probably was my own doing on BeLive, this has been a pleasure to chat here on Huzza, and I particularly thank Kevin and Tony for coming live. I thank everybody who's watched on Facebook and everybody who watches the replay. I am now 2 out of 5 platforms through my tour. I will see you at 3 o'clock on Blue Jeans and on Facebook, and I look forward to chatting then when we talk about the Blue Jeans platform and what that can do. And it's fascinating. We have all this choice, and I've got to tell you something, that I will not be spending a penny on broadcasting this afternoon, apart from my time, and you can do the same. And if you want to go further, then there are professional setups like Huzza, which you can use to promote your business. As I say, I'm here at the moment. The show to catch is on Friday at 4 o'clock, which is Social Media Examiner with Michael Stelzner. And that's a brilliant show. Hundreds of people watch it here on Huzza, and thousands of people watch it on Facebook. And it tells you everything you need to know as a social media marketer. And it covers all the platforms, 4 quarter-hour segments, which are just a joy to watch, and you're getting knowledge for free. And of course, Social Media Examiner are the people who run the annual Social Media Marketing World event in San Diego, and that attracts 4,000 people, real people, live, and it's the biggest show of the year. So shout out to them, and they're at 4 o'clock. And also, if you catch Mitch Jackson on here as well, his shows are worth watching. I probably missed somebody. If I have, my apologies. I'll update it in the notes, and you probably find it in the book. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and find the button that says take the event off air, and I'll catch you all at 3 o'clock or 11 o'clock, depending on whether you're in the UK or USA.